this what is an index fund assignment. And so for this assignment, we're going to be looking at the Standard & Poor's 500. I have this interactive map that is that is linked at the top. And when I open that up, it looks something like this. And this can be a little bit overwhelming if we don't know exactly what we're looking at. So this has different industries that are grouped together. So for example, this entire square would be involved in the technology industry. This square would be communication services, consumer defense, real estate, healthcare, financial services. And so those are, we can look, and there are a lot of different industries over the map. And then you also may have noticed as I hovered my mouse over, things pop up. So as I hover over this one, I see that this big square says MSFT. MSFT is the ticker symbol or the trading symbol for the company Microsoft. And then it gives me their increase percentage. And it's showing up in green. So we can make some assumptions about what the color green might mean, what a plus percentage or a positive percentage might mean. And we can see that for the other industries or businesses within this industry. And when I hover over, I can also see the ticker symbols and the statistics for the other businesses in this industry as well that are included in the Standard & Poor's. And so I can hover over here. I can take a look at a lot of different industries, and I can see how I think and assume and make predictions on how I think that they are performing. Over on our assignment, I ask you what the color range is. Like what do you think green means? What do you think red means? You're going to identify what ticker symbols mean. You are going to pull from either your memory, your notes, the Google Slides, what a mutual fund is, what an index fund is, just kind of recap those terms. You're going to look through the map and identify the 8 major industries that are included in the Standard & Poor's 500. And then you want to look at their year-long performance. So when you first click in, it's going to be on this one-day performance. So we can see how they have performed in the last 24 hours. And like I said in our notes, things change dramatically because stocks and bonds are constantly being traded and sold. So when you click in, it should look something like this. Obviously, it will be different because this is on a different day than on March 27th. But over here, under this drop-down bar, I can bring it down to 1 year performance. So this is a general idea of over the last year how they have performed. And this is what we want to look at for that last question. And so we can see those changes. We can kind of compare and contrast them to the one-day performance. And then our last question is just a reflection question. We have talked about why we invest young in things like insurance or retirement plans, but we haven't talked about why we might want to invest for long periods of time in the stock market. So you are going to use some knowledge from this map to see how stocks and bonds have changed over time and why longevity in the stock market might be a good suggestion, and how really successful investors like Warren Buffett usually provide the advice that young people should invest in the stock market as long as possible. And then this is the 6 questions is our assignment for today about what is an index fund.